Hey guys, how's my team doing today? I've got a new setup, and so I've been trying to figure it out. Um, so it's got me kind of a little wonky. But I'm so excited to be here today, finally. I feel like we haven't had a team training in a while, and I feel like I've been neglecting my girls. So if you are here, say hi. And if you haven't met me before, my name is Jarrie. I am one of your leaders. So anyways, let me know if you're here. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about no, because we as a society have been taught that no is a word that means negativity. Hi, Steph. Hi, April. So when you think of no, think back to when you were a little baby and your mom is sitting, you're going to touch the stove. You hear no. You go to go close to the stairs. You hear no. No has always been associated with a negative word. So as ladies in direct sales, we have got to get over that, really. We have to get used to hearing the word no. We need to fall in love with the word no, because if we let no stop us, then we will be done super quickly. So we're going to talk a little bit about no. How are you girls doing this morning? I hope you're doing good. So one of the hardest parts of being a part in sales is that word. You never look at the word no as like a friendly word. It's a foe. It's your enemy. And of course, when you think about it, when you turn it around, you want to think of that no bringing you closer to a yes. So, sorry, my computer's being wonky here. So when you hear that word, you should be able to it should make you excited, thinking, oh my gosh, I am going to get to a yes. And I'm going to read this to you because I thought it was really interesting. And I kind of mentioned it a little bit in what I was saying on Monday in my little graphic. But brain scanning studies show that when you fall in love, you are experiencing a motivation or drive. During early stages, you spark activity in the brain regions that are associated with motivation and reward. This awakening of self-manufactured brain activity will help you focus on planning and pursuing positive sales results. So if we can really get over that fear of no and learn how to love that no, it will actually do something in our brains, release the chemicals that help us to feel like we are in love and will want us to be motivated, which is awesome. So, hi Julie. A couple of things. I know probably all of you have heard of that 100 no's in a month, or you can make a game out of it during the month. Like, set a goal for yourself. Say, today I'm going to get 10 no's. This month I'm going to get 50 no's, and see how long it really takes you to get those no's. I think you'll find pretty quickly that you get to a yes pretty fast, and the more you practice asking for bookings, for people to listen to, the opportunity for people to just try your product, you'll start to hear a lot more yeses. And the more you deal with the no's, the easier they will come, and they won't hurt your heart. Because really they're not saying, it's not supposed to be a no to you. It's just a no to, it could be like a life circumstance. It could be, sorry, my phone's ringing. It could be that they're having a bad day, or that they just don't have time right now. A no isn't always like a final no. It's kind of a robotic answer. So you want to think of that whenever you hear that word. There is a normal process that people go through when they accept a new idea. They typically reject the suggestion first, and then usually it requires a change of wording. And once they hear that again, people are more likely to be like, okay, maybe I can do that. So you don't want to just limit everything when you hear that word. So I wanted to share with you, last month I was trying to rank to Duchess. And so I had started reaching out to a handful of people, so many people. I should have kept track, which I'm horrible at doing, but I reached out to maybe 30 or 40 people. And honestly, I would say 90% no's. I was asking if they would like to hear more about the opportunity, or if they thought that maybe they would like to learn more. I had set a goal for that month to sponsor 3 people. Didn't sponsor any, did not achieve that goal, which was really kind of heartbreaking for me. I was reaching out to everybody. So I was really kind of down in the dumps, because I think that sometimes when you are a new distributor, I don't want to say just a distributor, because we're all distributors. When you're a newer distributor and you see somebody that might be in a leadership role, or that's been doing what you're trying to do, that it really comes easy to them, but it doesn't. It's hard for us too. Some people are born salesmen. Some people just know how to say things correctly. Some people just have a huge network of people that they have to pull from. I don't have any of those. I am a horrible speaker. I have a small community of friends that I just don't have a ton of friends. I wasn't friends with a ton of people in high school because I hated high school. I didn't go to college. I went for 1 semester. That doesn't even really count. I got married young, and so the only community that I really have is church. Now at church, there are already 3 other distributors. So I'm the 4th distributor in a congregation of like 500 people. So you can imagine that that's probably not a very good avenue. So I didn't even really try to market to that group. I was trying to look outside of my my area that I had that connection. Another place that I had a group of people was the gym. So really I have the gym and I have church. I wasn't a member of a mom's group. I don't go out a lot. I don't socialize a lot because I'm really kind of I keep to myself. Even though I love to laugh and have fun, I'm very shy. And so anyways, all of these no's kept coming in, and I was so upset. So my accountability partner is Desiree. And so I message her all the time, because when I'm having a bad day, she can usually pull me out of it. And she did. So I love you, Desiree, for always listening to me. Hi, Nikki, you're a homebody too. Oh my gosh, it's so hard when you're a homebody, but you can do it because I'm a homebody. You have to learn how to, well, back to my story, and then I'll go back to that. So anyways, when she pulled me out of the dumps, I still didn't sponsor anybody last month, but this month I sponsored 1 and maybe 1 more. I'm waiting on another one. And not only that, but I have my calendar almost full for September. So I got all those no's in August, and in July, and I could have said, I'm just done. I mean, nobody wants to do this. Nobody wants lip sense. Everybody already knows about it. Nobody wants to support me. And I could have just closed the books and said, I'm done. But I'm not going to do that because that's what I always do. So I started again in August, started contacting people, and I have maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 Facebook parties and in-home demos for September. Now for me, that is a lot. I maybe do 2 if I'm lucky, so it should be a busy month. That all came from my working in July. So I want to go back to Nikki, you're being a homebody. I think a lot of us are actually homebodies, and that's one thing that makes the business awesome, is that you can network online. You really can. Join some groups that you are passionate about. I joined some weightlifting groups because I wasn't in a mom group because my kids are teens, so I couldn't relate to the toddler groups anymore. Join whatever you're passionate about and start making friends in those groups. And then you friend them on Facebook and you start posting things that are not salesy on your page, but you're posting things of how the business has changed your life. And before you know it, those people are like, what do you do? Or, find out what they do. You can totally network online. It is doable. Lots of women have built their businesses that way. So don't let being a homebody, discourage you at all. Yeah, Desiree says she's a homebody, which you would never know. Sorry, I keep looking down because my camera's there and the comments are down here, so I got to fix that. This is good practice for me, guys. So let's move on to when you start asking people, because you have to start asking people. Once you get out of your warm market, you have to start asking people. Now, when I was talking about networking, you're not going to friend a person and then all of a sudden be like, oh my gosh, lip sense of vomiting lip sense everywhere. You don't do that. You build a relationship with those people. You find out what they do. You find out how many kids they have. You find out what their hobbies are, and you build a friendship online. Now, that might take several weeks. It might take a month, or you might hit it off right away. But you have to take your time to build that relationship. It's not like that. And I was watching a training the other day saying, you can't tell people that this business is easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to build a team. It's not easy to do sales. The product, yeah, it does sell itself, but you don't have to just you don't just post selfies. You do have to work. So instead of saying this business is easy, it's simple. It's a simple business. We have an awesome product. If you do these things, you can be successful. So you want to make sure when you are sponsoring people that you aren't like, oh, it's so easy. It sells itself. All you do is post selfies. It's not like that. You need to make sure that the ladies that you're sponsoring know that you work for what you have and that it is a simple business. Sorry, I'm looking at comments. It's a simple business that anybody can do, but they need to follow the plan. And I feel like the leaders that we have on our team and our upline are amazing. We are so lucky. And every time somebody posts a live training in Desiree's group, I am just amazed by the talent we have in our group. So reach out to one another. If you need help if you don't know how to train a newbie that comes in, reach out to some of these women that have sponsored, more than one or two people, and figure out the best way to do that. And then just replicate that and keep doing that every single time. Follow the steps that you have built in to grow your business. All right, no more comments. All right, so on the nose, I keep getting sidetracked. You want to ask everybody. This could come across as totally like, what's the word, spamming people. So you don't want to go too crazy. But you can ask people if they're interested in what you're doing. You can even ask men if their wives would be interested. If you have a relationship with anybody, you can ask them. You don't need to come across like a weirdo. But they're either going to tell you no or yes. And whatever it is, you can move on from there. Number 2, you want to start asking people who you think will say no first. And why is that? First of all, it's hard. And you want to get those no's out of the way so you can move on to the yeses. And like I said, last month I got probably 30 or 40 no's. But this month I've got like 6 yeses. So the ratio is about right. About 1 in 10 will say yes, but it didn't happen all in July. I'm starting to see the turnaround now. So Ask the people that you think that are going to scare you to death. Ask those people first. Number 3, when someone says no, you can thank them. You can thank them for being honest, and you don't need to be rude about it. You don't need to take it as like a knife wound to your heart, but that you can be honest and genuine with when thanking them. All right, Danielle. My husband tells all his coworkers to try and recruit their wives. So I keep asking my husband, Devin, if I can put stripes on his hand because, he's out and about all day long. And I'm sure that women would say, what's that on your hand if he was wearing stripes? So I really need to do that. No sometimes means I'll think about it. Yes, I was going to get to that. The more no's, number 4, the more no's you get, the closer you are to a yes, which I've already explained. Last month, it was no, 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 no. And this month, I've been hearing yes a lot more. And like I said, make a game out of it. See how many no's you can get in a day. And even if you don't get a yes in a day, just know that yes is around the corner. This is kind of funny. Sticks and stones will break my bones, yet a no will never hurt me. I don't know. Sometimes no's do hurt. If they say no, Alex says, if they say no, ask for referrals. And that's something that I've started doing as well, because you never know. If they like you as a person, they may be like, yeah, I'm not really interested, but my best friend, she loves lipstick, or she's looking for some work or something like that. You never know what kind of referral a person can give you. If you hear the word no, simply transpose it to the word on, and instead of thinking, oh, no, stop, you're going to think of no, transposed is the word on, and you're moving on to the next one. Maybe, you can put that on your mirror or on your refrigerator. I don't know where you post your goals. I have a couple around my house. I'll have them on my mirror. I'll have them on my fridge. I have them in my office, just on a Post-it note. Just little reminders, and the more you say them out loud, they say that they will come true. I know that Alex, she has a good story about earning her car that way. So Julie says, what have you guys done as far as asking for referrals that has worked? I have asked and haven't gotten any. Well, you can't really force somebody to give you referrals. I think the ask is what's important, is that you continue to ask. It's like, you just can't force somebody to do something that they're not going to want to do. But maybe it's in the way that you ask. So Julie, if you want to message me how you're asking, we can kind of look at that and see if there's a better way to do it. Does anybody have any comments on that that's with us right now? You like my outfit? Thank you. I didn't do my hair today. Number 8, learn from our children. Do not take first no as a no. So when Desiree says sometimes it means I'll think about it, there's a lot of different answers that come with no. And also think about your kids. A child, I think, asks no like 56 times before they get a yes. They're so creative in the way that they ask. So that final no, it can come out just as a robotic no, but maybe you need to show your customer or the person how, you need to add value to it so that they can see how it will benefit them. No, it's 54 times. Children will creatively ask parents 54 times for something that they want. No wonder why I always used to get so annoyed with my kids. Yeah, food for thought, 54 times. It was either no or why. They would say why all the time. Why? So turn a no into a maybe. When kids hear us say when your kids hear you say the word no, think about, when they hear you say maybe, they're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm halfway to yes. So if you can get your customer to think about it or say, maybe, let me think about it, you're getting closer to a yes. And probably if you create value behind the reason why they need to listen to you or do whatever you would like them to do, they will get to a yes. And last of all, number 10, understand the first time you hear no, the response is robotic. And so that's what I was saying before. If you ask again, you are showing your sincerity that you really want the person to have the opportunity to accept your invitation. So you have to, first of all, know that what you are offering is going to be of value to your customer. Why are you offering it to them? You know, it's so hard because we're in sales, and you see the money signs, or you see the girl that you want to sponsor and think she would be so awesome. But you have to somehow remove that from your mind and think, how is this going to benefit my customer? How is this going to help her, you know, add an extra $500 to her life? Or how's this going to help her go on a trip with her husband? Or why should she have lipstick that stays on all day? Well, because she's a dental hygienist and she has to wear a mask, and so she doesn't have to worry about it. So how is it going to provide value in their lives? I think that's all I really wanted to talk about. Is we have to get over that word no. We just do. And if you're in a rut right now, and I know summer was hard, but we're coming out of it now. If you're in a rut, I want to challenge you to get 100 no's before you decide I'm going to quit because summer was hard. Get those no's and figure out how many no's it takes you to get a yes, and then you will know your ratio, and then you kind of know what you need to do. And just think about it as you're asking all of for these no's. Think how good you will get at what you're trying to say, your wording and your scripts. So, and if anybody does do the 100 no challenge, please let me know, because I want to praise you, because that's an awesome accomplishment. So that's all I have on no's. Couple other things. Does anybody have any questions about that? It's all pretty straightforward. It really is just like a shift in our thinking, which a lot of the things that we deal with takes a shift in our thinking. It's just so hard to overcome. So make sure we're close to the end of the month. Check your orders and make sure if you're like 250 PV, get to that 300 PV so that you got that 300 PV for the month, because you don't want to miss out. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. You're very close to 300 PV if you're at 50 PV. So make sure you get those in. Sometimes you're even at 290 PV and you don't even realize it. Also, have you entered in your stuff for that watch? Guys, that watch is so pretty. I should have modeled it today. And I just wanted to thank everybody for being super understanding with the stuff that I've been dealing with. This summer has been really difficult, and I'm going to try not to get teary, but it's hard to be motivational when you feel so down. So I appreciate your patience, and I really appreciate how hard you guys have worked this summer when it's been really really hard for everybody. Good news is next month, I'm hoping, if I can get, I'm trying to get to my Princess in Waiting this month. I'm just a couple of things short, but next month we're going to be going for Princess as a team, which is huge and so exciting. So I just wanted to thank you guys for your love and support and the messages that people have sent me, and all of the goodies, the goodness that I feel from all of you ladies, and you guys are all so inspiring. So anyways, hearts, XOXO, love you, kisses, and let me know if you need anything. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.